Hi guys, today Maddie and I are going to be chatting a little bit about canine pregnancy, or what happens when dogs get pregnant. So we're going to hopefully open this discussion up and answer some questions that you guys might have.
Dr. Denney, what is the most important thing to know if my dog is pregnant?
So it's really good to know when the breeding happened, because then we know when to expect puppies. So dogs' gestation period is on average around 63 days. We can see as early as 57 or as late as 65, but knowing the time of breeding is probably going to be the most important. Second most important thing is once we're 4 to 6 weeks into pregnancy, I always recommend pregnancy x-rays so we can get a count, or a head count. So when we do go into labor, we know how many to expect. That way, if we have 4 puppies and only 3 are on the ground, we know there might be a problem.
What are some things I can do at home to prepare for my dog's labor?
So it's a really great question. So there's a lot that you can do. Dogs, when they are getting ready to give birth, they nest. So just like humans nest, we like to do our nurseries and have baby showers. Dogs don't necessarily want to have baby showers or make their nursery, but they do like to nest. So they're going to want kind of a quiet, dark place. Some dogs will even give birth in a dark room, in a closet. So providing them that kind of space where they're comfortable and they feel safe is going to be really important. The other thing you should do is a couple weeks before they're due to whelp or to give birth is we need to go ahead and get mama on some puppy food, because it's higher in caloric content. It's got a higher calcium, so it'll help support that breast milk, and it'll help give mom the nutrients she needs. Because making a tiny human or a tiny puppy takes a lot of work, takes a lot out of the body. So upping our nutritional intake is going to be really important. Probably the third thing that's going to be most important is do your research. Get on veterinarypartner.com. Look up, new puppy or pregnant dog. Learn the stages of labor so you know what to look for. For instance, 24 hours before a dog gives birth, it's not uncommon to see their body temperature drop below 99 degrees, so they'll be like 98, and that can give you a good heads up if puppies are on the way. So things like that are going to really be helpful preparing you and your dog for puppies.
What are some signs of pregnancy in a dog?
So just like in humans, nesting behavior, some dogs will start to carry around their toys more. You may notice more of a swollen belly, engorged nipples, and mammary glands can swell. You might see that they're kind of looking at their stomach, and sometimes farther along in pregnancy you can actually see the puppies moving, just like how people can feel the baby kicking, and sometimes you can see little foot or little hand shove out on the skin. You can actually see puppies do that as well.
What are some possible complications of dog pregnancy that I need to be aware of?
So it's going to be very similar to human pregnancy. So we can have a breech birth. The puppies could be turned and not dropping down, and could get distressed, and they might need to have a C-section. So I do always recommend that if you do have a pregnant animal, touch base with a veterinarian. Make sure you're established. Make sure the mother dog is established at that veterinarian's office. So if there is an issue, you have someone you can call. We can see infection, just like humans can get infections, so can dogs. We can see stillbirths, that happens as well. We can see that it takes too long for the mother, she can have uterine fatigue, so where the contractions, she's been having labor for so long that she doesn't have anything left to give, and the uterus muscles just stop. And in that case, sometimes an injection of medication can stimulate contractions. Giving her some yogurt to give her some calcium, even some vanilla ice cream for the calcium can help stimulate those muscle contractions. So those are probably our big ones that we need to be aware of.
How can I help my dog recover after giving birth?
So there's a lot of different ways that we can help our pets recover after they've given birth. Making sure that they have free access to water, making sure that there's no vomiting, no diarrhea, making sure that they're not lethargic, taking their temperature and making sure it's normal. So normal dog temperature is 99.5 to 102.5. Making sure that the mammary glands, while they may be a little red while the puppies are nursing, they shouldn't be painful to the touch. if you notice that they're painful, or if they're dark purple, or like not a normal color, and then they, dogs can actually get mastitis just like humans can, and they can get blocked milk glands just like humans. So we need to know. In fact, a really great tip for painful mammary glands, if we aren't, dealing with something like that, is raw cabbage leaves, cold raw cabbage leaves. Helps with humans, helps with dogs. I know it's an old wives' tale, but I actually feel like it works really well. So just a little tidbit there. If you guys have any questions, or if you do suspect that your dog is pregnant, please feel free to give us a call and come in for an appointment, and we can sit down and have a discussion. Thanks so much, guys.